Good morning. Don't mind the noise in the background, it's my day for custody. Today, I'm sorry to inform you we will be talking about NFTs. I know you're probably really enjoying your breakfast, eating your Weetabix, getting big and strong, and then I had to mention that foul, disgusting, scam JPEG finder. But as I'm sure you're all aware, it's what's covered majoritarily in the news. Even though that the evidence is pointing towards the fact that NFTs aren't actually valuable, shocker. And it's just kind of a circle jerk at this point between 1,000 people all trying to grift one another so they're not stuck holding the bag. Which is what it was from the beginning. You see, some of those people who are stuck in that jerk are trying to find some value in these valueless things. And they're turning towards all sorts of business models. Gary Vee, for example, I know started a restaurant in which you had to own an NFT of the place you were going to eat at. Otherwise, you weren't allowed in and you were denied food. Which, by the way, if Gary Vee is promoting NFTs as hard as he is, then you know for sure it's a grift. He is the most obvious scammer of this century. Anybody who listens to Gary Vee's advice, I sincerely hope you get lobotomized, because unfortunately, you pretty much are just already a walking vegetable. I'm a self-made man, you see. Yeah, I joined my dad's $2 million business, and I turned it into $40 million. Never mind the fact that I started with $2 million. No, that's not important. Fuck you. Anyways, as I was saying, NFT products. Bored Ape Yacht Club just started a burger joint with the most horrendous looking fries I've ever seen. What are those? And I'm sure one of your favorite influencers probably has their own little scam lined up. But bringing it back to the Bored Ape Yacht Club, did you know they're working on the next great trilogy of movies? That's right, the Bored Ape Yacht Club is producing three Hollywood films. A trilogy for the century Star Wars wishes they had a red monkey JPEG. Bored Ape Yacht Club by CNET Money is getting its own film trilogy. How mainstream can an NFT brand get? A year after launching as a set of 10,000 NFTs, Bored Ape Yacht Club is going Hollywood with the Dig In trilogy. A screenshot of the trailer for Yugu Labs' upcoming Bored Ape Yacht Club metaverse. I actually haven't seen that.
It's just for the taking. If you make up your mind, you can take it. I'm never complacent. I would work in a mansion or basement, yeah. There's no replacement for persistence, it's a patience, yeah. In this life, I wanna be soaring, to feel sun inside when it's pouring, and I'll fight till anxiety is foreign. I'm so sick of my mind's extortion. My whole life I just wanted someone who would notice me. My whole life I just wanted to be somebody.
God, I want to hate on it so bad. I gotta give them credit where credit's due. That animation style's pretty sweet. It is very pretty. Just wholly unnecessary for any of this to be a thing. Literally any single one of those characters could have been drawn up at a Disney Pixar studio. But I just kind of want to clarify, my problem with NFTs isn't the art, it's the nature of the grift. Anyway, let's carry on with the article. Is it possible for an NFT collection to become a true mainstream brand? Yeah. Easily. They already have a hypebeast base. If they just kind of market themselves like, I don't know, Supreme, leave all the NFT garbage behind, yeah, Bored Ape could become an international clothing brand, for sure. You could see them slapped on top of cups, merchandise. You know, they could even have their own sports arena. It's not unheard of. It's just their origins suck ass. I mean, I don't even hate the art, to be fair. I think it's kind of cool. You know, if I didn't know about the fact that they were NFTs, I would almost certainly wear a shirt with a Bored Ape on it, because it would look kind of cool. They just kind of shot themselves in the foot by appealing to crypto bros, so the average person is naturally hesitant towards them. Almost exactly a year after launching 10,000 NFTs, I already read this part. It was announced by crypto exchange Coinbase that a trilogy of Bayak films would be coming. The first will debut in June and will tie into a long-awaited launch of Coinbase's NFT marketplace. The film series produced by Coinbase is called the Dig In trilogy. In a crypto parlance, a dig in is a common, often affectionate term used to describe someone who buys coins or NFTs without doing any meaningful research into what they're actually buying. Everybody's a dig in then. Nobody gives an absolute wet fart about the artwork. That's just true. Everybody's in this just to make a quick buck with whatever they can sell, dude. It's like a garage sale except with computers and numbers. The first part will debut in NFT New York City. Why am I not surprised that it's in New York? A convention focused on non-fungible tokens that will take place in New York every year between June 20th and June 23rd. Oh, those Uber rides must be insufferable during that time frame. There will be just like 6 crypto bros loaded into the back and then like the main leader up front with the Uber driver, just trying to convince them to buy their like wank JPEG. Listen bro, if you cop our ride here, let's just say I have a very powerful printer at home, and maybe I could print you out a few of my Bored Apes. We have an incredible group of directors, writers, and animators behind this film, Coinbase says on the film's website. We can't tell you who they are just yet, but you've seen what they've done before. Seth Rogen calling it, this has that fat boy written all over it. Created by Yuga Labs, Ape Yacht can become the world's biggest NFT collection. Having launched for $250 a piece, Bored Ape NFTs are now unattainable for less than $300,000. The NFTs act as a status symbol, items that the crypto-rich flaunt to peers on social media, much like how the chief executive may flex a new Rolex to clients and colleagues. The difference being that a Rolex is pretty cool, whereas you pulling out your phone and be like, yeah, I think I've got a Bored Ape on here, just is not cool. Additionally, the NFTs can act as a membership to a community of well-connected crypto and NFT traders. The lure of profiting through these connections is part of why people are willing to hold on to JPEGs worth nearly $500,000. That sentence alone is so crazy. JPEGs are worth $500,000. JPEGs, bro. I want to just go back in time and just absolutely fuck with someone in the early 2000s and be like, yeah, you know that Naya meme picture you have? That shit can be sold for $20 million. Owners of the Bored Ape Yacht Club NFTs will be able to audition their apes to be in the series. That's a bad idea. It's literally just going to come down to whoever has the most money is just going to buy their way in. Each Bored Ape NFT features different traits and accessories, and Coinbase is asking its owners to create a backstory for their character to potentially appear in films. If chosen, the owner of the NFT will receive $10,000 in licensing fee, paid in Bitcoin or Yuga Labs' own ApeCoin. Already, Bayaka has begun to transcend NFT culture. Celebrities like Eminem, Snoop Dogg, and Steph Curry use Bored Apes as profile pictures on Twitter. No, their social media manager does because Bored Ape has paid them to put them up. How stupid do you think people are? Paris Hilton and Jimmy Fallon discussed the respective apes during a Tonight Show interview. Though wildly mocked, was seen by around 1 million people. Brands like Adidas, Prada have partnered with it, and Rolling Stones released a special edition magazine with a Bored Ape on the front. Okay, so the way that this article is touting NFTs is actually infuriating. For any of you who aren't aware how NFTs work, essentially what happens is you'll buy a Bored Ape with me. I will still retain the licensing rights to that Bored Ape even though you've bought it. So every single time that transaction occurs, with another person per se, like you sell it on to someone else, I get a cut of that gas fee. A gas fee is basically like a transaction charge from a bank, you know, like when you send money across or when you withdraw. That's for American viewers. In the UK, we don't have that. So you're basically just getting free money. For what amounts to an image on a screen that cost you nothing to make, you could potentially see millions and millions and millions just over transaction fees because other grifters are trying to sell to other grifters to sell to other grifters and so on and so on. And then the guy at the start makes the most money. So of course brands are getting involved in this, and of course celebrities are getting involved in this. It's free money for no work. But that being the key thing, if you were at the start at the NFT craze, sure, you'll make bang for your buck. But we're coming near to the end of it. I know it sounds super appealing the way I'm talking about it, just constant money coming in, but it's not gonna last much longer, guys. This bubble is gonna burst and that will be the end of it. I'm not saying there's not a future for NFTs. I'm just saying this iteration of it is not gonna last. Within the next 2 years, everybody in this scene holding the bag is going to be kicking themselves because they didn't sell sooner or they were holding out for a paycheck. I mean, when this blows, bro, those guys are screwed. The big question is just how big an NFT brand can possibly get. A dozen or so celebrities buying into the Bored Ape Yacht Club is one thing. Getting hordes of people who are perplexed by NFTs to care about Bored Ape Yacht Clubs is a much bigger feat. And that's pretty much where the article ends. I think there possibly could be uses for NFTs in the future. They've just had the worst start. If they had a spawn point like in a video game, they'd be in Nigeria. Because if they're actually trying to turn this into a long-lasting brand, they are way at the back and they need to start bolting forward with whatever they can to make it massively appealing and get rid of the JPEG image. Just get rid of the NFTs entirely. You transform these into a clothing brand, you transform these into a sportswear brand, they will sell like hotcakes. I could easily see Ronaldo wearing like a pair of Bored Ape shoes. Anyway, my throat's hurting from ranting so much. So with that, I'm going to say thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your views. And I'm just happy that you were mildly entertained to make it all this way. Oh, and legally you have to subscribe. Or you're